Welcome to a game called Avorion. This is a sandbox game that I've just acquired off of Steam about a day ago. I've completed the tutorial, and just by playing the tutorial, I know it's a fun game. You can do quite whatever you want to. You can build whatever you want in the building mode, I guess. You can explore, create resources, gather allies, gather enemies, explore, and search for main events. There is a main event in the single player mode, which I'm not going to spoil yet. I've only heard of it. So it's a game I've never played, besides there's a tutorial, of course. Right now, I'll just start the game. And note, every single player you start is on your computer. It's not online, so you don't need an internet connection to it. So if my internet connection goes, I'm still fine. So you started with this little contraption right here. And it's kind of just like a little mining drone, like a starter drone. And first off, you're supposed to actually mine asteroid and gather resources, as you can see right down here. You can either sell resources, a resource depot, or use them to build your ship. The controls are pretty normal, I guess. You have the WASD for forward movements. You have E to increase altitude and then decrease altitude, Z to roll, and X to roll the other way. So I'll just mine here. So once this green bubble right there turns green, I can just start melting it off. And this is how I gather resources, and I love this bloop sound. There's a lot of potential to construct anything you want. And if I hold space, press space, I'll just do booster stuff, and you can see on the top screen that I'm traveling 300 miles per second. 300 meters per second. So I've just done the first thing. I've just gathered resources, and I can find resources up in here, I think. No. Yeah, right here. Iron. I just mined iron, and then I have 1,300 of it. So I'm gonna go and do what the tutorial first told me to do, which is dock. Alright, am I in the wrong place? No, I'm in the right place. Greetings, you are speaking to the automatically interactions response system of the resources depot Leonia. Please state your nature of your... And I'm gonna... No, I don't want to do that. I want to... So you want crewmen to be able to make your system functional, because I need to find a ship. So this is just a drone. This is just temporary. This is like your starter drone, and you actually need to find a ship and then build off of it. So what you have to do is go up here and then found ship, and then actually create your mainframe, like your AI, your ship, I mean. So this is what you get when you start. You can see all the stuff here, like red, your brake thrust very low, acceleration, blah blah blah, your brake thrust is poor. It's just, I don't have any momentum, I don't have any functionality of this build. So I press B, and this is the goddess. This is like the main attraction, like the second part of the main attraction, the building area. This may be a lot of information to proceed, but I can tell you this is what you need. This is like your palette. So if I press space, hold in space, or just press that one, I have a lot of block palettes, and this costs resources. Iron cost, this is titanium. It's the cost of the block is resembled by the color, or the glow. So you have iron block, you have a lot of normal building materials, you have engines, crew quarters, and more stuff that's not important right now. But the main thing the coolest thing I like is the way you can shape your blocks is amazing. So if I press Q, I can actually select the sides, and if I move my mouse upwards and downwards, it will scale the block. Yeah. If I press A, one of the sides will be activated, and if I just move my mouse up and down, that angle or that side will scale up, and it will be mirrored on the other side. So if I press S again, that's the top, and then the top will be increased, and then D, that's the front side again, and then you'll get the point, and I can just return back to normal by pressing Q and then down. That's how you customize these blocks. And you can see all the way to the right, this is like a menu of, this is information about your system. So acceleration, what your deceleration is, max velocity, the yaw, the pitch, the roll. All of these blocks right here contributes to that. Or if I press it, for example thruster, you can see that yaw, pitch, and roll and required energy is blue. That means that this block will affect that information. Iron engine will be selecting or changing acceleration and max velocity and required energy. And all of these have different items, like does different things. Like the hole for each of these colored schemes, they're the same, they have the same function, but the value is quite different. So let me just build a simple block. Let me delete that. You can't delete the root. Okay. Can I? Okay. So if I press Control, I can mirror the side, and I can customize that again by holding Control and A, deciding what section of the block I want to select. So I can do like this, and then what? There you go. Yeah. Customize the block. And then it will stay like that. I can remove it again. So this arrow represents the front, so I'm going to be facing that way. So let me just build. I can also color this. I can save it, repair it. I can mirror stuff. I have a grid size. I can customize. I'm going to keep it at 25. What was it? 0.5? 0.5. Yep. Well, okay, so now I have my mainframe. This is what I just created in like 10 minutes. It's cool, it's small, and it's quite cool to look at actually. So now I have like the main area, like mainframe. This is probably just way too... This is probably way much more decorated than I actually need. So you can see now my acceleration, deceleration, yaw, pitch, roll is still red. Like it requires acceleration, deceleration, yaw, and pitch. So what I do now is I take this. I've just mainly just constructed this out of iron blocks, just like normal hull. So if I now construct this with like press 2 and press that in, you can see my acceleration and max velocity is now blue. Or I am lying to you. So now I have my engine set up. And you can now see that my acceleration is now grayed out. It's okay. But I still require like crew quarters and iron thrusters for more proportionate reasons, like yaw and pitch and roll. So I only got the acceleration. Deceleration comes with iron thrusters, these bad boys right here. Do look quite weird though. So let me just add quickly a crew quarter. So now I've set up the crew quarters, which are those light buildings right there. Like these buildings right here. So now I can have a functional ship. So now I need to actually create my what can actually abide my yaw and pitch. So these are like these right here, these bad boys. So for example, if I put one here, or a lot of them, now I now have some thrust, or not thrust, but more like maneuvering control. So now I have a functioning ship. It says that it's not enough crewmen, not enough this. So I need to gather more crewmen, and I'm gonna do that when I'm done with this. Okay, so now we have like our colored ship. Let's save that and go out. And you see, with an instance, this ship is functioning. My yaws are working, and this ship is functioning. Pretty cool, eh? So my guns aren't working. I'm trying to click on them, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work shooting. So what I need to do is get up here, ship menu, and assign my crewmen that I have in my assignment, like in my grasp. So it says here your nut turrets are able to fire. They're not working. So what I have to do is, okay, missing workforce. This is like the required gunners. So I can just press 4 gunners right here, add 2 of them, and then boom. And then my guns are able to work. They're able to shoot. So what I can do now is I have my ship fully functioning. Pretty cool. Actually, I'll have a lot of yaws. That's a good thing though. What I can do now is I can press M to open the galaxy map, which is crazy huge. And all these little sectors have names on them, so you can actually coordinate where you want to go. So these green ones are like unknown energy signatures. Can be signals, could be energy from an SOS message. So this palette here is colored in light blue or green as the game proclaims, and that means that these sectors are friendly. There are no hostile ships, no unwanted combat will happen inside this area right here. But as long as you explore, other grids will have no color or grayed out or like red, and that means either you haven't explored them, they're neutral, or they're hostile. But the cool thing here I was actually supposed to show you was you can actually warp jump. So if I take one area, like this area right here, this area right here, unknown signature, right click, and then I get like this. I get this menu. I can enter coordinate into navigation computer. This does it for you. If you exit out, you can see the nav computer is calculating the jump route. Please stand by. And you see now this purple arrow. Follow that purple arrow until you're looking in the direction that purple arrow is guiding you. Press space. Boom, you jumped. And you have now warp jumped. Mokta the Adventure. Hello there. Please excuse me for the interruption, but I was hoping you could help me out. I'm on the hunt for a new legendary element called Avorion. According to the legend, it appears to be the center of the galaxy, the event 200 years ago. But first I have to overcome the Great Barrier, and that where the things might get tricky. So, are you off an adventure? Absolutely. I am, but I'm going to ask, what is Avorion? Apparently it's the perfect element for building spaceship. It's robust and light, and its energy properties are crazy. I've heard rumors that there's a lot and lots of it in the center. So far, nobody has ever found much of it, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to fly to the center of the galaxy, overcome the barrier, and then I'll mine all the Avorion I can find and get rich. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you. You know what? Here. Have this. It's an upgrade for your ship. It allows you to scan for hidden sectors. You'll have to install it in your ship menu for it to work, but you can also install upgrades into real ship. It doesn't work with drones or fighters. The green blips on your galaxy maps are sectors where you can find interesting stuff. Like that one. No, not like that. But there are also things in your area you can't pick up. With this upgrade, you'll be able to scan for those hidden secrets. They'll show up as yellow blips on your map. Thank you. I'm sure we can help each other out. If there's anything you need, just like if there's anything you'd like to know, just ask anyways. Okay. Can you give me some tips? Of course. The closer you get to the center of the galaxy, the better materials you'll find to build your ships. Like iron, titanium, nanonite, trinium, xenon, and that all have properties. You'll be able to build energy generators or parts that protect your ship, like integrity blocks or even shield generators. The first thing you should be able to do for yourself, find yourself some titanium. Iron is great to get yourself started, but titanium is lighter and you can build better parts with it. And be wary of no man's space around here. I hear there's pirates leaders who terrorize everyone who strays too far from the civilized sectors. let's talk about something else. I'm sure I can help each other out. What about another tips, of course? Okay, that's the same. So, okay, what's happening around here? 200 years ago, there was a cataclysmic catastrophe, which nearly ripped the entire galaxy apart. Everyone calls it the event. What happened? People don't know for sure, but legend has it that an unsurmountable ring of torn hyperspace fabric appeared around the center of the galaxy. And now hyperspace engine can't pass into it, get to the center, meaning it's cut from the rest of the galaxy. Since the event, nobody has managed to get near the center of the galaxy. Worst part is that the events also spawned hyperspace rift throughout the galaxy, which makes navigation difficult. Then there is the Exotan. Exotan. Go on. Nobody knows where they are. They don't answer in any intercom calls. When you get too close to them, they start attacking. Is that hostile? They have been around since the event, and some people say they were created by it. But there is also a bright side. Together with the event, the new metallic element called Avorion has appeared. Yeah, it's like the best. Okay. Apparently, it's a perfect element for building spaceship. It's robust, light, and then I've heard rumors that there's lots and lots of it in the center. So far, nobody ever found much of it. I'm gonna change that. I want to fly the center. Yeah, and you always. Okay, I'd like to leave now. That's alright. I'll be here for a case if you want to talk. If you don't, come find me. I'm sure we're going to meet again some other time. Okay, so I just talked to that. And that is kind of the main event I was talking about earlier in this video. So, I'm not going to spoil anything more. I'm just going to explore myself. So, what I have to do is, you have upgraded that can install your system. Okay. Career payment is due every 3 hours. You can set up an automatic payment to the fleet tab. Okay, I actually did not know that. It shows you sectors with math and yellow blips on the map, okay? Okay, so now you can see that energy usage is at 99%. That means the battery capacity will soonly drain if I continue. If I like... Yeah, you can see now since I'm using more energy than I can produce, which is draining my battery. And what I need to do now is build something more that does not take a lot of energy. So I need to go back to my block palette to build material. What are you? What is this? Hyperspace engine is using up all the energy. Oh crap. Okay. How do I... What I didn't know at the time was that I have basically failed the energy production. So I needed to reconfigure my ship and to more energy productive ship, and I assigned one engineer, and that helped the process. And somehow it worked. I don't know how. It just worked. Wait, I did it? How did I do that? Wait. How did I do that though? This turns better though. Holy shit. I want that one. No mess. Boom. I like that. That's cool. Oh, what are you, enemies? Hostile. Bandit. Ah. You were destroyed. Do you want to spend a reconstruction token to go? No. So I'm gonna leave this video here. This is a pretty awesome game. I like it so far. It's quite pretty as well, even though it's very simplistic. Leave this video here and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.